Yeah. Fuck, should have got that one.
Hey, what is up, guys? Jasper Kelly here. Just wanted to do a brief history and evolution of Salomon skates. I actually have three models here that they're kind of marking pinnacles of Salomon's and the change in aggressive skates and just the history of aftermarket parts. So first, we're going to start off with the Salomon ST1. This was pre-UFS, is UFS now, but basically when they came out with the skate, it was a sole plate and frame as one. And a lot of companies were doing this 90s into the early 2000s. They didn't have UFS, so you couldn't do aftermarket parts on a bunch of different skates. I mean, you could, but it was just all over the place. Some UFS, or it wasn't UFS, but some parts would fit certain skates, and then they wouldn't fit other skates. So Salomon kind of came in and came up with this idea like, hey guys, why don't we make something UFS so we can have aftermarket for all the skate companies and just kind of standardize skates. So this was just pre-UFS, this model, the ST1. And the ST1, it came out 2001. It was actually probably one of the best boots on the market at the time. Then, shortly after, you had Aaron Feinberg. He went pro in like 1996. He won a gold medal at the X Games in 97. And in 2001, they came out with his pro model. And he wasn't on Salomon for very long after his pro model came out. He switched over to Universal Skate Design, also known as USD. So these were the first UFS skates, and they're amazing skates. They just came with the sole plates that you guys know today. Swap them off, put whatever frames you want on them. Still, the cuffs weren't a UFS standard, but I think Salomon, they were doing something different with their cuffs because they were always keeping these riveted in, and somehow you still had nice forward heel flex. So they were doing something right with this boot. And then shortly after that, you had the 2001 Salomon video. You didn't have Aaron Feinberg in there, but you had people like Chaz Sands, Brandon Campbell, Rob Thompson, Vinnie Minton. And so around that time, you had the ST80, and they came out in like end of 2007, going to 2008. And this was kind of, honestly, one of my favorite boots that they came out with. Just the silver reminds me of those basketball shorts that everyone was wearing during that time period. And you just don't see many silver skates on the market now. So yeah, this is a super cool skate. So yeah, the only big difference I'd say going from the ST1 to the Feinberg is just the UFS. And then I think just going from also the ST1 to the Aaron Feinberg, it came with the locking laces, and those are super cool. But for longevity, if you're skating a 30-year-old skate now, it actually might be a bit nicer going to the one where it has the holes in it instead of these, because the plastic that holds the locking lace system tends to break. And if that breaks, it's pretty easy. You just drill out these rivets, and then you can just throw some eyelets in there, and you're good to go. So, I mean, that's not a huge deal. So now moving to the future, we have subtract sole plates. And what I like about subtract sole plates, it adds so much more room for grinding. It's a little bit more forgiving, fast plastic, and it keeps the backside or the royale groove on the sole plate, so you don't feel like it's changing your position from the stock. It's just you don't have to bend your knees as much. And also, what's great is you don't have to Frankenstein your skate and hack off all these nubs. I really don't like doing that, so that's also a cool thing. If you need to upgrade the heel absorber that's right here, because a lot of them dry and crack out, I recommend going to like a Razor's SL heel shock absorber. They are pretty close to stock. At first, you might feel like you're leaning forward a bit because it is a little bit higher, but it is a good replacement. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of, so you have right here, this is for a large boot. Well, like a 9.5, so like 27 to 28.5 centimeters. But you can see that it's still pretty short compared to a large frame now. And this is the T-neck frames that I'm skating. But I guess you could say I like the longer frame. Just feels like you're a lot more balanced. Well, yeah, that's just a quick little overview. I'm gonna be swapping around some skate parts, and maybe I'll go for a skate later. So stay tuned, guys. Cheers.